What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Oklahoma's 2024 SEC schedule has officially been released. There are some tough games on this schedule, but there's one stretch of games that's going to be brutal. When people talk about Oklahoma playing in the SEC, there's a narrative that Oklahoma may not be physical enough to compete, and on ESPN they were saying that Oklahoma's going to have to adjust to how physical the SEC is. But this is the reality of it. All the people talking about how tough the SEC is and saying that Oklahoma won't compete, they act like Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State aren't in the SEC. All those teams are terrible and Oklahoma is better than all of them. I do agree that the SEC is more physical and a better conference than the Big 12, but let's not act like everyone in the SEC is Georgia and Alabama. If Oklahoma can get that offensive line sorted, I think they'll be just fine in the SEC. I want to look at the schedule and give you my prediction for OU's record next year in the SEC. Before we go any further, leave a like on the video and let me know what you think OU's record will be next year, and let me know how you think they'll do in the SEC. With that being said, we're gonna get right into it. OU's first SEC game will be against Tennessee. I'm just going to be honest with you, Tennessee has been terrible this season. But with that being said, Tennessee will have a better quarterback next year, and Josh Heupel has done a decent job at recruiting. So I think Tennessee will be better next year, but I don't think Tennessee will be great. They get them at home, Oklahoma wins this one. Next we have at Auburn. I think this is going to be a tough game, and you can ask Alabama or Georgia, playing at Auburn is never easy. If this game were at home, I'd feel better about it, but I think this game will be close and OU pulls it out. And next, we have the Red River game against Texas. I don't think Texas will be as good next year. I'm not sold on Arch Manning, and I think if OU's offensive line can play well, they win this game. Next, they have South Carolina at home. I think they win this game. South Carolina isn't very good. Then they go on the road at Ole Miss. I think this will be a tough game. Under Brent Venables, Oklahoma has not played well on the road, and this is a game I could see them losing. If you look at how Oklahoma played on the road in 2023, their two losses came on the road to two bad teams. And if they don't play well at Ole Miss, this is a game that they could lose. So I'm going to say they lose this one. And then they have to play at Missouri. Missouri fans have to be the most annoying fan base in the SEC. I didn't even know Missouri had any fans until this past offseason because they've been bad for so long. And thank you Blinken for this stat. Missouri has had 6 seasons at 500 or worse since they joined the SEC. And their current recruiting class is last in the SEC. So Missouri is a dumpster fire of a program. I think Oklahoma's better than Missouri, so Oklahoma will win this one. And they get a bye week here right before they play Alabama. They get Alabama at home, which is huge. We all know Alabama is going to be good, but I think there's still going to be some uncertainty about the quarterback position. Oklahoma will have the edge at quarterback, and I think the offense will be able to put up some points. If the defense can contain Jalen Milroe or whoever is playing quarterback, I think they win this game. And finally, this is a brutal stretch of games right here. They go on the road at LSU. LSU isn't as good as I thought they would be this year, but that roster has a ton of talent. And the fact that it's on the road, I've yet to see Oklahoma consistently play well on the road under Brent Venables. I'm going to have to say this is a loss. That's going to be a tough environment against a good team. So I think this is kind of best case scenario for OU at around 10-2, possibly 11-1, although I think that's unlikely. The optimistic side of me says 10-2. But the more realistic side of me says 9-3 and they lose that game at Auburn. So that's how I feel about Oklahoma playing in the SEC next year. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me, and give me your record predictions for 2024 in the comments. Before I go, you can leave a super thanks to support me. I would appreciate it a lot. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.